Hello there. How are you guys? I um I decided to do this challenge. I'm sorry, what? I decided to do this challenge and I have one more day to finish it and I yeah. It is being a little difficult for me right now because I'm just scatterbrained. And so we will see if this works. If not, I might switch to a different model just to get my head off this one for a little bit. But this is I'm calling her Wishes right now cuz she's a birthday cake wish clown and yeah. So far I have her head and as you can see here in the physics menu, she kind of looks around and I have her arms done. And I probably will tweak this a little more later. But yeah, this is what it looks like right now. As you can see, I haven't got the angles for the Z angle all done. And then I have the body and a couple of physics on like the bows and skirt. Maybe a little more zhuzhing. But after that, I'll be done with it, and then I can start on the trade model that I'm working on. Um, I did work on this a little bit outside of the stream, just because I was having too much fun talking with you guys, and I got a little distracted. So it not blaming you guys or anything, but you were a distraction, and I couldn't get things done right. A welcome distraction, though. I always enjoy hanging out with you guys. Jingle's car keys. Are you ready to go? Don't go. Speaking of car keys, I I have never had a new car. Where I come from, having a car is like literally a necessity. My hometown doesn't even have a bus system. You had to call it in advance, and it was just a hassle to use. So everyone had to have a car basically, and it's really wasteful. But for my graduation present, my grandfather uh, relinquished his car to me because he was pretty old, and it was my favorite car of all time. I loved that car. It was a Impala, and my parents said it was too old, but I didn't think it was. And they sold it from out from under me, and they gave me my other grandma's car. And I hate that beast. My Impala was so cute and slick, and now I have this big ol' honkin' car. I should be grateful. I am grateful because not everyone has a car, not everyone can afford a car, and I haven't had to pay for a car. But I wish I would have been asked because I would not have taken this car otherwise. And one of the reasons I don't like the car is because of the car keys. The battery ran out, so I can't use the lock function. I have to manually lock it. And the amount of times I've locked my car keys in my car have been ridiculous. I have always been kind of bad about it, but it has gotten exponentially worse since getting this car. And I'm not happy about it. Not at all. Oh yeah, Facebook Market is awful regardless. But like, it's where you find the good deals. My neighborhood had a Facebook Market group specifically for them, and someone got rid of a piano for $3. And if I could play piano, I would have got it. Hoarder tendencies, you know? What? Okay. I was on the wrong one. I either want it... Actually, I'm gonna come into the mesh, and I'm gonna kind of clip out this area, because I was really lazy when I made this model because I was rushing. I put a lot of effort into her design and like the pieces, but I didn't cut her the way she needs to be cut, really. And yeah. But Round Cake, I hope you have good luck finding a car. If you want, I can do some manifestation for you. I can do a tarot reading. You know, I can do the whole thing, but what specific model do you want? I rode a Mini Cooper one time, and it was the cutest little car, so that's what I want. That's my dream car. I mean, aside from a Ferrari, but a pink velvet Ferrari, like Nicki Minaj. Just kidding. I'd want a bedazzled one. um Recently I got rid of my Impala, but I had it in my senior year, and I would get checked out often. And I also had in my senior year of high school no class for the last period, so I was able to leave early. And my friend and I were always a little naughty, you know, teenagers. And one time she decided to where we decided she was going to leave with me. Yes, we were skipping school. Don't do it, kids. Stay in school. But we were, well, I wasn't skipping. I didn't have class. I didn't have time for that kind of stuff. But she was skipping class, and I was allowing and abetting her. And I locked the keys in the car with her in the trunk. And I didn't have the spare key. And my parents were both working. And my dad works at a school, or used to. And my mom, you know, has a job. And so my mom was able to come off and help me get into the trunk, or not into the trunk, because I had to call the security guard over to try and get him to help me, and we didn't want to get my friend expelled or suspended for skipping. So she just was in the trunk of the car for over 3 hours. And I was like freaking out. Everyone was like, "It's okay, we have the keys, we have the keys." And I couldn't be consoled. I was like, I've killed my friend. um and so we finally got into my car, and I was like, "Oh, okay, well, I'm going. Bye." And I pulled into the nearest gas station, and my heart was going pitter patter with fear. And I opened up the trunk, and my friend was asleep. She had fallen asleep and was perfectly content. And then I realized there was an emergency pull in the trunk, so you could get into the back seat. So we waited for 3 hours to get her out of the trunk when she had the ability to get in and get the keys the whole time, but instead she fell asleep. And well, I don't approve of skipping school. Do as I say, not as I do, you know? It's one of my fondest memories, because It's so funny. And then she was just so relaxed. She asked if she could sleep in my car again. And I said no. I'm planning on going to a concert in January. And it happens to be around the same time as my aunt's birthday. So I decided I'll get a twofer, you know, save up some money, go to this concert. It's no, you know, expensive concert. It's like a really cheap ticket, but or a reasonable ticket, I guess is what I should say. And so I'm gonna do that, and it will be a lot of fun. Ooh, that sounds fancy. I'm gonna look that up real quick because I'm not a car person. I know that car is blue. I know a Prius. Ooh, this one's cool. It's very punk rock. And I hope you find it. I will be praying for your success. Cuz I'm an angel, you know? What was I saying? I can't remember, so it was probably not that important. But today seems to be a car day. Oh, hi, Cyber Jester. Thank you for the raid. Cyber Jester is one of my VTuber friends. She's absolutely gorgeous, and you should check her out sometime. And if you're coming from her stream, welcome. Hi, I'm Delphi Sunshine. We were just having a conversation with cars, about cars. And I know nothing about cars, but a clown car? At one time I wanted to buy a hearse because I thought I was cool and, you know, edgy. But and my parents would not approve of me getting a hearse, so that dream never came to fruition. Oh, I was talking about going to a concert. I'm gonna try to take the train because I have the worst experiences on flights, and I'll get into that later. But I'm gonna try to take the train, and I've taken the train once before, and it was a very pleasant experience, except it was an overnight train, and the train stopped in the middle of the night for like, I think it was like 7 hours. It got broken down. And I woke up and I was like, we're in the middle of the Mojave Desert. We were in Death Valley. And the train broke down. And so it makes me a little anxious about, you know, traveling by train again because it's that same route. But I'm going to do that because the train is more romantic, you know? But I recently went on vacation with my family, and so that involved a couple of flights, and boy, do I have some stories. So one of the things about me and airplanes is I never have good music for a flight. And a lot of the times my flights are short flights, which is why I'm going to take the train, you know, it's more good for the, it's better for the environment. But I I always download one playlist or have one playlist downloaded, and there's been many hijinks ensuing from these. But specifically this time around, I had a a rage playlist. You know, you have a playlist for every mood. And so I was watching or listening to that playlist, and I woke up fighting. Like, I feel so bad for the person I was sitting next to because they like jumped a mile in the air and then they got back into the airplane, and and like, it's happened before. I don't know what it is. I fight in my sleep. I have some inner demons, I guess. uh but I felt so bad. I was apologizing so much, and the guy was just laughing, and I think he was actually more scared of me than he was any turbulence at that point. Yeah, airplanes are not my favorite thing. I'm not afraid of flying because I have the mantra, and this is kind of dark, so I have the mantra: if nothing happens, I get to my destination. If it crashes, I either die or I become a millionaire from suing the airline. So, no matter what the outcome, I mean, other than dying, you know, I have a 1 in 3 chance of having a good time on an airplane. But yeah, that's a little dark of me, but I'm an American, what can I say? That's how we think. But other than waking up fighting, I had to sit next to a bunch of strangers because it was 3 of my family members traveling together, and the rest were traveling in another airplane. We had a big family reunion, and one second. Sorry, got a little thirsty. We were flying together, and because these planes are for short flights, and it was ridiculous. I was like 2 1.5-hour flights versus a 3-hour flight. Come on, guys. Get on with it. But so I sat next to a lot of strangers, and I travel a lot, so I'm used to that. But I felt so bad because the guy next to me smelled like onions, and there's something about onions that always make me want a burger. And so the whole time I was on vacation, I was trying to eat at burger places, and none of my family wanted burgers every day, but I go crazy over a burger. Unhinged for burgers. Yeah, they're fun odds. Especially the hunting your worst enemy. I think I could really vibe with that, even though I'm an angel. The other exciting thing that happened on the airplane for me was, or music-wise, because I have lots of airplane stories, because I fly more than I want to, for business and stuff. But, I was listening to a playlist, and do you want to hear the better option of the worst of the bad, or the worst option of the bad first? Because, like I said, I never have good music, and 2 of these are very specific in bad ways, but like, one's worse than the other. Um, I'll probably go from least to worst because the worst is the most funny and it leads into another story. um, no, it'd be more like, ooh, ooh. I don't know. My brain went blank. But, so I don't know if anyone has ever heard the song Temporary Secretary by Paul McCartney. It'll probably come on at some point because I honestly love the song, but it's one of the worst songs I've ever heard. Like, it just sounds bad. It sounds bad, but it sounds so bad that it's fun. And so, you know, I'm listening to this bad playlist, and of course, before the flight, I download a playlist of just this song, but it was like multiple versions of it, and it's not a good song by Paul McCartney, but when other people are covering a Paul McCartney song, you know it's gonna be bad. So I had 13 hours worth of Temporary Secretary, but that's okay because Temporary Secretary is my stand. So oh no, my expressions aren't made. Wait, yeah they are. Ore no stando wa temporary secretary. Just kidding. That's me being really cringe. Ah, stop being JoJo's. But that was one flight, and so I got my fill of Temporary Secretary for a while. But then the worst thing that's ever happened to me on an airplane, I listen to my music really loud, and sometimes you can hear it out, and I don't realize that because, you know, I have headphones in. And, especially on airplanes, my music gets kind of loud, but never loud enough to, like, be, like, bothersome. I'm kind of a weenie, so it's loud enough that you can kind of hear it, but just faintly. I have this playlist. I listen to it to keep me humble about all the wrongs that can happen in this world. It's the worst songs I can find, the worst things on Spotify, and one of the songs started playing, and I fall asleep on airplanes. I just kind of conk out. And on the airplane, I fell asleep, and I woke up, and I was so mad because the guy next to me had been farting, and he woke me up with his farting, and I woke up, and I gave him the worst, most awful look I could have ever given him. Like, I felt so bad afterwards because he was giving me the same look, and it's because he heard my music, and the song was 1,000 fart sounds. So I had been listening unconsciously because I was asleep to an hour of fart sounds. And the guy heard it, and we both blamed each other for farting on the airplane. And that's a little weird because, you know, I've been talking about farts for a while, but, you know, that's how it be. Anyway, moving on from farts. I love this playlist, and sometimes I'll listen to it because the songs just make me laugh, and they're really bad, so, you know, I have a fun time. But oh, where was I going with that? Oh, one of them was a song by Beethoven. And at first it came on, and I was like, why is this on here? Beethoven is amazing. And it's because it was Toad, like the Mario character, singing it. And I literally, it overstimulated me so much in that moment because it was loud and unexpected that I cried and fell asleep. And that sounds kind of pathetic, but when you're not expecting something like that, even when you are expecting it, it's still it still gets you. Sorry if the stream itself is a little boring. I have to check all these angles because this kind of thing will pop up. But I'm trying my best to entertain you while talking. So thank you for hanging around. Thank you for checking me out. Feel free to like. Is that what people on Twitch say? Follow me for more. Just kidding. But I am going to be drawing on Monday, and I owe Jester some fan art, so I may not do that this Monday, but please make sure to check out that. Maybe she'll be a doll and show it on her stream. But if not, I'm still happy to make it for her because she's such a sweetie. Cars. We were talking about cars earlier. Do you have a name for your car? I've always named my cars. I've had 3 cars in my life. All of them hand-me-down. Which is amazing, because I don't have to pay for them. But my cars in order were Bruce, oh, I can't remember my Impala's name. It was something I think it was Bartholomew. And my current car is Matt. It's not in reference to anyone. It's just my car is white and it's a boy. My car is a boy. They're always boys for me. The most generic white boy name is Matt. So that's why I named it that. No offense to all the Matts out there. I love the name Matthew, so I like the name Matt. I'm currently listening to, believe it or not, my drag playlist. I used to do drag a lot. And it was a lot of fun, but when I had to move back to my hometown, I had to give it up because it's a very conservative area and it wasn't accepted around there. But I always think about it, my time doing that. It was a lot of fun. I had lots of people asking if I was like a biological man, and I'd be like, nope, I'm just good at makeup. And that comes from cosplaying. I used to be a pretty regular cosplayer. I wasn't amazing. I can't sew. I know how. Just like swimming. I can't swim. I know how. Theoretically. And so I would always wear costumes made by other people. And believe it or not, before I became grizzled in my old age, was very pretty. At least enough to make it into a some sort of like idol group for a little bit, a local idol group. And I can't sing, but I'm a pretty good dancer. I'm gonna try to get my Vroid model working and in order, and I might do some dance streams for you guys because I have fun doing that. And that being said, ooh, ugh. That being said, I was in this idol group, and we would go to anime cons, and we would do little performances in maid cafes, and it's a weird time for me, because I something happened. I'm not exactly sure, but I have memory loss due to PTSD because of it. Just kind of info dumping on you guys. But I remember vague things and little instances like this one. I was dancing, and I was dancing very crazily, like with passion. With passion. And I was dancing so intensely that I bust my pants. Thankfully, it was a crossplay cafe. So I was cosplaying a boy, and it was a boy. I think it was Iwatobi Swim Club. I think I was Rin. I have pictures of me being Rin. But I was wearing my swimsuit underneath, so I wasn't like exposed. But the button went flying, and it hit one of the it hit one of the guests. And so there was no hiding it. And to this day, I'm traumatized because it was caught on video. I'm not going to tell you where it is because I don't want you guys to know what I look like. But yeah. That group was really interesting to me. Like I said, I can't remember much about it, but I did make a really good friend from that. A couple of really good friends. And to this day, we all still kind of cosplay together. And it's an important part of my life, and I really am appreciative of them because they always make me look cute, and I don't have to do a lot of work for it because they make the costumes. Which is, it's not the nicest thing to say, but I appreciate it, and I do things for them too. I think that's the magic of having friends and community, is being able to compensate for others' things that people can't do. Why is the neck moving? Okay, we are gonna come here and delete all that. That looks better. I mean, it looks bad because I had to adjust it. So a little more adjusting and the neck will be ready. And I have a couple of hours. My roommate recently got their computer working, and so I might be doing some games with a bunch of my friends and roommates, and I hope you check that out. I mean, I'll probably be the one streaming it, so if you want to see some shenanigans, I'm not very good at video games. Especially streaming video games, because I get too engrossed in the game. Like I'm getting distracted here, but it's worse in video games because I enjoy them. So, and I wanna spend more time kind of chatting and keeping people occupied. I know a lot of people put streamers on as background music and background sound, so that's what I'm happy to be. And I'm just gonna keep telling my silly little stories. But I'm kind of running out of material. I don't have a very exciting life anymore. But I have a lot of life experience. I don't know. I've worked at almost every sort of occupation in various roles. Right now I'm working as an event planner. And I have an event and it's starting to come together and I'm really excited because it's a charity event. So I'm going to donate a lot of money, or all the money, all the proceeds, to helping kids get art supplies. And I don't know. I feel really good about it. A lot of people won't believe me about that, but that's what I want to do. I want to encourage people. I say kids, but I also mean, like, you know, I want art to be accessible to people, and it's really not anymore. And okay, I'm gonna check the fluidity. It could use a little tweaking, but that looks okay. I might fix that. I want that to move more. Okay, I need to move it there and there. Some of these songs remind me of routines that I used to do. And my character was a vampire. I wish I could tell you the name because it was so it was so ridiculous. But I had a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun doing drag. And I wouldn't mind getting back into it if I was in a different place. But we shall see. We shall see. Oh yeah, this is what I wanted to do. There we go. Let me think. What happened interesting recently? I mean, I went on vacation. There's still that. Oh! I got to see my niece and nephew, who I haven't seen in a long time. My niece, actually, since about a year ago, when she was just born. And they're so cute. I don't want to have kids. It's just not for me. But I think they are the cutest little things, the cutest little rascals, my niece and nephew. And one thing about me is I love Jane Austen, and like that kind of book. I love Comedy of Errors books. And if you ever see Pride and Prejudice, you know that the best Mr. Darcy has and always will be Colin Firth. And I love him so much that I have a cardboard cutout of him in my room. And he's just very handsome, and he guards my door. And my nephew came into my room. He was gonna get me to do something. And around the corner, he saw Mr. Darcy, and he kind of ducked back behind. He ducked back behind the door, and he whispered to me, "There's a bad man." And then I kind of had to explain to him that Mr. Darcy was the best man. And he didn't find that conversation very interesting. He's a little too young for Jane Austen, I guess. Maybe Shakespeare next time. That comes out so much. I'm gonna kind of shift all of this over. Oh my gosh, this song. Whenever I visit my aunt, she likes to play like whenever we're driving, which America, you do a lot of driving. This is looking rough, but it'll be better when I do some tweaking at the end. My aunt likes to play the top 70s, or like 70s countdown. And some of the songs are so funny. This one being one of them. It's called Run Joey Run. And it's like a melodrama. And it's so iconic. And I wish I could share my music. I don't know how to do that. Maybe it's possible, but I don't want to cause problems. But this song is so funny. He's run, Joey, run, Joey, run. Daddy, please don't. It wasn't his fault. The song is so silly. Let me think. What else could I talk about today? Trying to think. I know I have an interesting story somewhere in my noggin. Well, I'll think of something. I think it's because I have to type and all of a sudden all my brain power has shifted to figuring out the keyboard. I'm the worst at typing. Neck. That's all I needed to type, and I'm a little stupid. What is this sparkles thing? I don't know. Body X. So we're gonna turn the body. It's not a good idea to do it all at once like that, but I like to set all the parameters at the same time. And then I'm going to turn her body a little bit. I'm going to turn this some. I've been working on some fan art for myself. I know I need to work on gestures, but I'm vain. And I really like my design that I came up with. That being said, I just want to draw nothing, which is really unusual for me because my longest streak of drawing was 2 years in a row every day. I love drawing. It's my favorite thing to do. And lately, I just haven't been able to do it. I mean, I can. I know how to draw and I can force myself to do it, but it hasn't been enjoyable, so I've been avoiding it and doing it less and less during the day. 2 years. 2 years. Wait. I've been drawing for about 20 years. About 20 years. But only, like, legitimately drawing consistently in the past 5. Because I went to art school. And my longest streak of drawing every day was 2 years. But, so I'm really a little bit perturbed that I haven't been wanting to draw. And it's making me a little sad, to be honest. I want to draw. So I'm going to plan a drawing stream for Monday at 7 Mountain Standard Time. So about 45 minutes ago. Burnout? That doesn't happen. Not to me. No, it's happening really bad. I need to find another hobby, but all my love is in drawing. Though of course, I used to customize dolls, so I may get back into that because those are fun, and I have a bunch of them that I want to work on. I just need to restock my supplies a little bit. Yeah, same. I haven't really played video games in a while, uh, just here and there on stream, but I used to play them a lot more, and I really enjoy them. And I have lots of old games queued up that I want to play for people because they're special to me. You know, nostalgic games. And with that, I am trying to be better about streaming. So I'm gonna try on Saturdays to do something fun, maybe a video game stream. I need to finish my Hamtaro games. Lo siento. I need to finish my Hamtaro games. And after that, I might do a Harvest Moon game, because those are some of my favorite games. Oh gosh, honky tonk padunkadunk. I showed my boyfriend this one time. He had never heard country music because he was from Japan, so he never heard the real kind of country music. Uh, and he was so shocked. And this song is the song I showed him. The song is so crazy. I'll find a way to share music. Maybe I'll make a Discord and we can all jam together and I can put things in queue and it'll be a lot of fun. Maybe. I don't know. You never know what the world is gonna do. Oops! Let me see. The song is distracting. Because it's also a disco version of it. Or the dance version. My sister would listen to this every morning getting ready. So I also got ready to this every morning. And I think it shaped who I am. I had a small country phase. Because I love horses. And I wanted to go riding. So I had to convince people that I was country enough for it. And I liked like 3 songs, and they were the weirdest songs to like. Like, just super cringe songs. And there's this one, I wish I could remember the lyrics. It's like, I've been watching you, Dad, ain't that cool? And it was like a song about a kid who marries his dad. And I was like, I need this as my ringtone. So I had this stupid ringtone of this weird song. And it still haunts me to this day. Because every time that song comes on or someone mentions it, I get PTSD of having that ring in class and everyone asking me why that song was my ringtone. But I listened to about 5 country songs exclusively, and then I got over it. But then I discovered good country music, like Dolly and Johnny Cash. Oops. Oops. Oopsie, that doesn't look good. I think I messed with it when it... I think I messed with the foot a little too much. There we go. I don't know what that was about. So, Round Cake needs a car. Herbs and I need a job. What do other people need? And what are we all doing? How we're all making it. I don't know. The world can be a little scary sometimes, especially right now in America. I'm not getting political. I'm not getting political. Just things are a little iffy. And you gotta have hope. That's all I'm gonna say. Things will get better. They always do. They always will. We live in a cycle. I added a new... I don't know if anyone can see it. I'm really excited. I have one subscriber, I think. And unfortunately, I made an animated emote. But it's this one, and I'm really proud of it because I think it's really cute. It's a squeeze. I might post like a better GIF of it sometime because I think it's really cute. And I've been working on my tarot deck, and it might take a while, especially if I still have drawing issues mentally. But as soon as I get my booty in gear, then I will start working on my tarot deck, and then I can do tarot readings for you guys. On my TikTok, I haven't updated it, well, I updated it the other day on Thanksgiving, but I haven't done any of my drawings or anything on it. But I've been doing tarot readings, and I might post them on YouTube as shorts. But I need to start getting better about that. I need to post my reuploads and clips and stuff, because I feel like I'm not doing enough for everyone. I want to make people happy, and I am doing it halfway, it feels. So that's my ambition. And I'm gonna take it more seriously because it resonates with me. Oh my goodness, that Red Bull is really doing a number on me. Oh, horses and being a horse girl. I was at a thrift shop in my hometown, and I found the best album in existence. I have it on my wall because it is that important to me. It's called Life is a Horse. And I've never listened to a single song on it because I have a feeling it'll be really bad. But I agree. Life is a horse. And that's what you should take away from this stream today. If you're feeling a little sad, just remember, life is a horse. But I hope you're not feeling sad at the end of my streams. I don't know. I have a lot of fun talking with you guys. I'm gonna take a break from this model, and I'm gonna open up a different one. Just because this body is really throwing me. Yes, I have a deadline. I have a deadline, but I'm gonna make it. I gotta. But I need a refreshing change. So I'm gonna work on this model. This artist on Reddit asked if anyone would do a trade with them, and she looks exactly like Wishes, I think. You know, the cake. You know, I don't know. I think they look really similar, and I thought it was a really cute coincidence. So I decided to work on her. I'm still working on the eyes a little bit. There's a couple of things that I wish I could change without altering the art too much. Like, I cut out the shines, but I didn't want to cover it. So I might just, because, like, the eyes always look better, I feel. Like, let me get up close and personal. Okay. You see my eyes? See how they kind of bounce? They're all watery. That's not because I'm crying. Nope. That's because I made them sparkly and cute. And these will still be cute eyes, but I won't be able to do as much like sparkly, bouncy, watery kind of effects. And it makes me a little sad, but I didn't want to mess with this art. I had to go in and merge a lot of layers and kind of rearrange things, clip things, because I wasn't able to use the file initially. But now I can, and I'm working on it, and I really hope they like it. I really hope they like it. Okay. I am going to select this, and then I'm gonna copy. I'm gonna come here and do that. And this way, the eye will open more when I add a little bit more of a widening effect. And I'm gonna come here and put it at 8. So when it's closed and you do reset, you know, that's how it works. I'm going to take a 2-minute break. I will be right back. I need to walk around a little bit. The osteoporosis, you know? I'll see you guys in a second. 2 minutes. What's my time? Just kidding. Don't actually tell me, because it'll become a complex. So, while I was kind of walking around, I noticed a couple of things. 5 hours? What happened? Oh, I'm being a little goofy silly today. It's probably the Red Bull. It's definitely the Red Bull. Um, I I brain think. Oh, uh horses. Back on that subject. Have you ever wait, like felt your PC and it's like hot and so you like kind of pat it like it's a wild riled up horse? Or is that just me? Like it's such a like whoa there. I had to do that just a second ago because my PC is kind of warm. I'm gonna kind of freshen it up some, make sure that it's not dusty or anything. Maintenance is important. uh, yeah, yeah, that. But then you like pat the top of it. Like, there, it's okay. Okay, and then I'm gonna take this. It's really cute, uh, seeing how different artists name different parts. Like, just, it's funny how we all can recognize it. You're weird, I'm weird, we're all weird. But we're also weird. What the heck? I I've bitten my Switch, but that's about it. Or I tried one of the I had to know because it has like the bitter coating. I tried it. It was not a good taste. I would never do it again. So bravo. Bravo to Nintendo for that and that alone. Why would you want that? Of course it doesn't. I do face yoga sometimes and just to relax the muscles in my face, keep my youthful appearance. um but when I do it, I have to like puff out my cheeks and I always think I look like a little chipmunk. And I don't like it. I don't like woodland creatures. I do, but at the same time, maybe I don't. I really like Psy, the Korean artist. You might know him from Gundam Style. He has good work outside of that, and I, my cousin and I were really into K-pop in middle school, and I still like K-pop, so I listen to it a lot. But Psy, I actually mistook for a member of a group that I really hated, and I was like, he made a solo, so we clicked on it, and it was Gundam Style, and then about 2 months later, all of a sudden it blew up. And I tried to tell people, like, no, you don't understand. This song is. I knew about this, and everyone was like, you're just trying to be a. Yeah. I was a hipster. I knew about it before it was cool. But. That's me claiming my fame by saying I saw Gundam Style before anyone else. I like this song a lot, especially for my drag character. He was kind of perfect. I like his song Hangover with Snoop Dogg. That's a fun song. I really like Snoop. Oh! Speaking of Snoop, um, I, in high school, I had to do a project, a senior project, saying, pointing out which celebrity I looked like. And I think that's such a hard thing to say because celebrities are known for being, you know, beautiful. And so having to like pick one out, it's like really difficult for people who are self-conscious, I feel. So I used a senior project, yeah. I used an app to see what celebrity I looked like. And you'll never guess who it said, but maybe you will since I just mentioned him. Yep, Snoop Dogg. And there's a couple of things wrong with that, but I took a screenshot of it and it's now lost media. Oh no! Middle school was worse. Middle school was my demon. My personal hell. But high school, I didn't hate too much. I didn't like it too much, but I didn't hate it too much. It was better than middle school at least. But I'm sorry you had a hard time with high school. There's lots of factors in it, and it's never fun to feel unsupported or anything like that in those situations. Wait, I'm gonna check just to see that everything is kosher. Well, that's not gonna happen because you can't move your eye when your eye is closed. At least as far as I'm aware. Maybe VTubers can. But yeah, so I feel very close to Snoop Dogg because apparently I look like him. And I wish I still had the screenshot because I know no one will believe me. But it's true. The app said I looked like Snoop Dogg, and apps don't lie. Supposedly. So with this step, I'm just making the eye a little wider so that when she opens her eye wider, it'll look like it, you know? So when the eye is like this and this, I'm going to turn this down and put this up here. And I'm going to make it a little smaller to make it a little more exaggerated. Move it up some. Whoop! Whoop! See? It's so cute! Okay, and then I'm going to move these up some. And then I need to move this up. Sorry, getting a little bit in the work zone. I'm not saying as many funny things. Let me think. What's another funny story I have for you guys? We were talking about high school. Let me think of some high school stories. Just to traumatize herbs. Oh, so I was in the school band because I'm a geek. And I loved it. It was one of my favorite times. I loved band. But I had an unfortunate incident where I was kind of making fun of the cheerleaders by doing their routine and being a little bit more spirited than all of them. Not in a mean way, I was just having fun doing the cheer with them. But they took it in a bad way, and I was not a popular person after that. Thankfully, that was also senior year, because I saw the same cheer over and over and over from all the football games and things like that. But, you know. I had my Spanish class. I took Spanish in high school. I graduated in the top 20. Just because I wanted to graduate in white, I thought it was prettier than our school colors. So I made that a goal because I'm vain. But I had a lot of accomplishments in high school. But my current nemesis is college. I'm really struggling with that. I'm really close to, so I'm excited. It'll be about time. It's only been 80 years. Just kidding. Okay. I'm going to check this in the physics. So the eye looks fine like that. I'm gonna go to preview, setting of the cursor tracker, and I'm gonna put these as inputs. I'm gonna go ahead and do the others while I'm here, like body and that. Okay, so now I can kind of test out how it opens and closes. There's a couple of areas that still need work, but you can get a better idea. So, I love disco. Like the song playing right now. But one of my favorite disco songs is Jungle Love. Ooh wee ooh wee ooh. It's a silly song. Wait, no, not Jungle Love. I love Jungle Love, but the song I'm trying to talk about is Ladies Night. And it's a fun song, and I got all my friends really into it. And we went to the bar, and some guy came up and he was like, "Would you like me to put on some music for you?" And of course we were going to do it because we didn't have to pay for our music at that time, because he would do it. And we requested Ladies Night, and God bless him. He stood there for about 10 minutes, and then he came over and said, "I can't spell ladies." And I wanted to hug him and give him a little pat, and maybe that was his scheme, but like, I felt so bad for him. It's kind of sad. And I wish things were better for people. Wish the literacy rate was up. And he was a nice guy. He wasn't a jerk or anything, but I think about him sometimes. We played a game with him while we were at the bar, and it was really sweet. We had like, it was a weird game. I can't remember what it was, but he had named all the characters, and it was like Karen, Stacy, Bob, Bill, and then he just resorted to naming them all the same word, which is a swear word, and you're not going to trick me into saying it. Thank you, I am doing well, and happy to have you here. I'm a little hyped up on Red Bull, so I've just been prattling on for about an hour. I'm working on a couple models, so yeah, have fun, sit back and relax and enjoy the show. What was he saying? Oh, he had reverted to naming all the characters that he named a swear word for female dogs. And it was so funny because it was just like Karen, Stacy, Bob, Bill, this word, this word, this word, this word. And I was like, he only thought of 4 names. 4 names. Okay, so that's gonna be there. And so I just need to kind of switch around these things. If I made a Discord, would you guys be interested? I know I don't have very many viewers at most times, but I do have fun talking with you guys, and if that's a way I can connect more even when I'm not streaming, I might do it. And then we can listen to music and play games together, you know? It might be fun. Where's these lashes? There they are. I love disco. Okay, getting a little absorbed in the eye. Let me pull something up real quick. Looking around, trying to tell you guys more stories. Just absorbing absorbing things in my environment. Oh my gosh. So, my mom is very sentimental. She likes keeping things from when I was a baby. And I've kept some of those things because aesthetically they're very cute, or they're like kind of comforting. Except for this one toy. I only kept it because I hate it so much. I hate it. It's this duck. It's this duck that you squeeze its little wing and it plays the worst song and it never seems to end. And if I didn't hate this little song so much, I would hum it out for you, but it's so annoying. And my mom would turn it on and I would just like feel my soul leave my body and just this again. And I would use it to kind of tease people when I grew up. I'd be like, "Oh, you want to see my duck?" And I would play this song and the battery started like dying because it's old. And now it's like demonic duck. And maybe I'll make a video of it sometime or like pull it out. But this duck haunts my dreams, and once the song starts in my head, I have to finish the song. I like ducks. Ducks are fun. I like going to duck ponds, though you always encounter geese and those are not fun. I don't know why, but this song reminds me of Bleach. It's Goose's? Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Bleach, the anime, I never really watched it. I watched it when my friends were over. Or when I was over at my friend's house because she really liked it. It was interesting. I never invested time in it. And, I invested time in one character because he shared Itachi's voice actor, and I'm an Itachi girly. Like Naruto, I didn't watch Naruto. I watched the episodes with Itachi in them exclusively. Only the episodes with Itachi. Flashback, Rebirth, Death, all of those. I only watched the Itachi episodes, so I had no idea what was going on a lot of the time. But I cared about Itachi deeply. I'll tell you more about that some other time. Where was I going with that? Itachi. Bleach! Itachi's voice actor was Jushiro. I can't remember his last name or first name, I can't remember. But, I really liked him, and oh no, that actually is a sad story. So I'll just say I had a friend who I'd talked to about it, and he is no longer with us. So yeah. I'm gonna kind of steer away from that conversation. Bleach hurts? You mean like the chemical or the anime? I heard they tried to do like oh, the kids are doing it now like they did in Naruto. Chemical, yes. Bleach does hurt. Stay away from bleach unless you're cleaning toilets. or whitening clothes, you know? When I was little, I used to clean the bathroom. That was my chore. And I would frequently end up making mustard gas. And I didn't realize that's what I was doing. I was like, I always get sick after I clean. Don't mix chemicals. That's what I'm trying to say. It would always make my throat hurt and I'd get, like, sick because I was making mustard gas and breathing it in. And yeah. That's my chemical warfare, I guess. Thinking of other stories. How have you guys been? Did you have a nice Thanksgiving? I stayed here. I dressed up in my turkey costume. Did anyone miss that? Aside from the turkey costume, I just kind of did what I'm doing now. You did see it or you missed it? I think you weren't here. I don't know, sometimes you guys lurk. And I appreciate it. I appreciate every one of you. Because believe me, I can talk about to myself for a good while, as you can tell. Oh, you missed? Okay. Well, you're in luck because I think it's so funny that I'm gonna share it with you guys. Let me change my model real quick. Have lots of test things. Here we go. Oh, the body isn't moving. I messed it up. But this is how I streamed. This is how I streamed Thanksgiving. So you guys missed a lot because I forgot I was looking like this. And that's all you're gonna get from that. I need to think of more costumes. I like making them. If you have any requests, I might add it to the list. I made a TikTok with my turkey costume, and I dislike TikTok, but it's an easy place to post silly little videos, so I use it for that. And I made the most cursed video ever. I might share it on my Blue Sky or my YouTube. But okay, I think the eye is good. I just need to do the augmentation and the brow. Oh, my nose itches. Is it your ears burning or your nose itches when someone's thinking of you? Okay. Naming things? Who does that? Okay. I'm gonna make this bouncy, and then I'm gonna make these shines also bouncy. Gonna do eye aug. Okay. So I'm gonna start with the iris first. So I'm actually going to my accent coming out. I'm actually going to do this first. So I'm gonna make it bigger. And then a little smaller. Okay. That's how I do that. So I doubt any of you care or even know who I'm talking about, but that's okay because this is my stream and I can talk about what I want. I am obsessed with the Amberlynn Reid drama right now. is everything to me. That's all I've been watching. That's all I've been consuming is Amberlynn Reid drama. And it's hot tea. Her life is so boring and so messy at the same time. Okay, I'm making that a little wider, and then I'm gonna bring it in on this side. Like, she apparently got demonetized, and she's only been doing YouTube for like 13 years, and she's never really had a job outside of that. I think she had one. But, yeah. I'm wondering what she's gonna do. She's technically a lolcow, I guess. But I don't think she's similar to some lolcows. But she... I forgot what I was gonna say about her, but... Oh, I touched the poo one time. I sent her a message because people were being kind of harsh. And I tend to do that, and then I always regret it. As you say, you know, touch the poo. You get a stinky finger or something like that. That was weird. I'm sorry. Okay, and then I'm gonna come over here and synthesize the corners. Make sure you have center and the correct ones. Okay. I did not do the correct ones. I'm actually gonna do Og and Og, if that's the right one. Yay, if not, we'll figure it out soon. I don't think it was the right one, but that's okay. All right, and then the last one is, oops. Did I mess that up? I did. Gosh darn it. So we're just gonna go on a undo journey for a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna add one outside of it. And then we're gonna do all that again. However, I am actually going to end this stream because I'm trying to slowly build up to more time. I've done 30 minutes, which is 50% more than I usually do. I have a stream planned on Monday. I'm probably just gonna do some drawing. If it's drawing what you guys want me to draw, I will, as long as it's, you know, not nasty. But yeah. I will have more stories. I will be a little more silly, which might be hard to do, but I appreciate having you guys here. You always make my day. Fingers crossed that I can get this model done by tonight. Like I said, you guys are a welcome distraction, but a distraction nonetheless. It's because you're all so cute. But thank you for hanging out with me. I really enjoyed it. Monday, I will be streaming at 7 Mountain Standard Time. I promise. I promise. And then I'm gonna try, I think, Wednesdays and Saturdays, all at 7, my time, Mountain Standard Time. So, thank you. Thank you again. I will see you later. Good night. Uh-oh. My mouse! My mouse! There it is. Bye-bye.